Because we have a multi-age classroom, we're all doing basically the same things at different levels all the time. One of the ways we do that is we have a National History Day project that they do every year. It's an extensive 4-month project where they pick a topic based around the theme of the year. So they get some differentiation in what topic they pick. My expectations for them at each of those levels is a little bit different and builds upon itself every year.
In the realm of spelling, we do a sort of spelling test at the beginning of the year that helps me find where students are phonetically in their spelling, and then students are grouped based on what they know and where they need to go. And so students have different lists of words that they are working on. Some lists might be working on the at sound, or some students might be working on EA and EE. So based on what students are working on and where they need to go, they're given a list of words that they must then cut and sort and put into different categories, which then I talk to them about, and we discuss why they sorted them that way. Okay, so I'm going to put it over here. Like Eric said, it's an oddball. And Bruce said, it doesn't say was, it says was. Okay, nice job. What about this word?
Jack.
Did you see through it? Jack. Who's going to raise their hand and tell me where it goes? Xander. That looks like my sorting sheet, okay? And X. Kingsley and Richard, I'm going to have you stay on the carpet with me first. We're going to play a game.
Yeah.
Okay?
Could I do it up?
Oh. Do you want to set the game up? Yeah. And you can pick your pieces. Can you set it up right? How do they look the same?
Well, sort of.
Sort of.
These two look together, these two look together, this one does not.
Okay, so why do these two go together? Late and wave.
No, lake and lake.
Okay, why did late and lake go together?
Because they go la.
Because they go lush?
Easy!
What? Okay, here's my question to you. A second ago you said this is an A and these are all A. So you were doing them by vowel sounds. So if we keep sorting them by vowels, and you keep these as A, and these are all A's, how could you make this into two columns that both say A? Look at the way the words look. Okay. Why'd you put these in this column?
This together? It's Friday, we can buddy read. Ease.
Okay, E's. What else do these have that are similar?
Now what can I do after this? G's.
You see these all have G's? I am asking about these. You said these have E's? E's and L's? Okay, and E and L, do you know what that sound together makes? L. L. And you said these have G's? What else do they have in common?
A's.
G's and A's. And do you know what AG sounds like?
Like G's.
Ag. Ag. Okay, and then this column, tell me why these are all together. Quite a challenging list. But I know you can handle it because you've been doing harder and harder words, haven't you? Can you push in your chair and sit with me? Okay. Okay. So talk to me about this row.
These all have E's.
They all have E's.
These all have I and E's. These all have double E's.
They do all have double E's. Okay. Let's read your words to check and see if they're in the right spots.
Eve.
So in our math groups, I teach all the way from 6th grade math through whatever high school level math the kids need. And like right now I have one kid that's taking Algebra 2 with me. And so it doesn't matter what grade level they are, and because I have them for 2 or 3 years, they can move between those groups. And so I've got 6th graders doing algebra and 8th graders working on 7th grade math, and it allows them to work where they are because they have lots of other peers at those other levels.
Our school runs on a natural science themes and social science themes, and within those, again, we have differentiated learning. Right now we're doing science inquiry projects, And we have the new students to the intermediate group are working with one teacher in a more supported environment where all of their science questions are focused on a specific kind of variations on a theme related to soil and soil's ability to retain heat over time. So the students do research around those topics, but they're pretty closely connected, so the teacher can support them all. With the older students, all students have their own individual inquiry questions and projects, again related to the theme of soil science this year, but they do research and investigation on completely different topics. So it's a much higher level of independence and expectation for research and carrying on investigations alone.
Have our sand that came from a freshwater sandbank, and we're putting it through the strainer, and everything that doesn't make it through the strainer, we don't put that very far. Oh yeah, the big rocks are very coarse. So we pick up the big rocks and put them in very coarse, and then we put the sand through the strainer. And all this here is very fine sand, and we put all this through the next strainer, and so on, until we run out of surface with that we put it on here, the strainer. So this is fine, and then we take this, put it through the next, and so on.
And what's the point? What are you learning?
What's your question? My question is, what is the effect of particle size on the angle of repose? So I need to separate it into different particle sizes.
Sounds.
The effect of...
Natita, what's your question?
Well, my topic is on erosion and deposition, and my question is if I change the particle sizes of the sediment, how much of it will erode?
What are you finding so far?